Came out right around the same time.
We were on a stroll.
On the streak. Should have kept going.
We gotta get back to it.
I just had unlimited time to create for a while there.
Hey!
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Super Secret Girls Club. Yes. It's been 2 weeks. We apologize for not letting you guys know in the last.
Where y'all been?
We kind of forgot that
things were happening.
That we had engagements.
We went to different weddings.
Yes,
so
well,
out
we
west.
On the first Wednesday we missed, we were actually doing something very special related to Stranger Things.
The dog's down here still.
We will tell you more details when we can.
Yes.
But the weekend after that, me and Chris were just returning from the mountains, and Navi was leaving for the mountains.
Yes.
So,
the mountains that were covered with smoke.
Yes.
Very technically, I think you were in the valley, and then you were up in the mountains.
I went both. I went
to Reno's
valley
like in between the two mountains, right?
Yeah, that's why it's a valley, so all the smoke collects
Just
there.
gets in, oh my god.
So it just it's a bowl of smoke.
And the airplane was just like, we're just gonna land in this bitch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's like, okay. So yeah, but we are back, guys.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll continue doing this weekly.
I'm an unofficial, official super secret girl.
Yes.
Is that cool?
He is. Hey, he's always around when I'm hanging out with Marketa. And he just thinks he's my best friend, but actually he just comes along with Kitty. I'm just kidding.
Well, fuck
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
He's just always around. Hey.
So sad.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Our friendship's gonna go to another level because I'm gonna elbow drop you. Gee.
Hey, it happens all the fucking time. I have to be like so cautious of my surroundings. It's like anytime I could get elbow kicked.
Yeah.
But
that is also true.
Yes.
That is also true.
You just come to us. I'm like,
Just trying to keep you guys on your toes.
I'm dead.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you so much, Jordan158.
This is Chris entering the room.
I know.
I didn't know. Today's episode's about roasting me. Y'all invited me on just to go have
Exactly. This is why we bring people.
Well, actually, today's episode, we're going to be talking about high school.
Yes.
Our high school experience, but also about high school portrayed in TV, in movies, and in TV shows. And we're going to kind of talk about which of the different media we relate to the most. So that is today's topic. But before we do that, let's catch up a little more on because it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It has been 2 weeks. Yeah.
We went to Dameron's wedding. Dameron is one of the normies, and he had a wedding up in Colorado.
Chicago. I could have.
He's been known as White Surge, if you guys are confused about who he
has
is.
been known as the White Surge.
Which
AKA
is a
Dave.
weird compliment and a weird
It's
diss
funny.
at the same time, I guess. Because people, I think, meant it as a diss.
Was it?
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
it's a compliment.
Yeah? Because people would always be like, I can't stand White Surge.
Oh.
That's a really... Why are you insulting two people at once? It's really weird.
I can't stand White Surge. That's hilarious. I haven't seen him for so long. It just feels odd. It's like I like he's not in all the shows, but I do miss him coming in the morning, and he just always has a smile on his face. It's like, We will have alcohol in the fridge if you come by.
What?
We are running low.
Oh, we had
man.
about 100 beers.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know. Do we?
No, like at the wedding.
Of course. Of course.
Yes, and if
course.
you're up in like elevation and you're from the Midwest, then each one drink equals 3. I had many drinks at this wedding.
That
It
means
was a bad idea.
that means you can get drunk cheaper and faster.
It
without
does
less
indeed.
more calories.
Yeah. Also means that when Marketa threw up, I tried to hold her hair, but she doesn't have any. It was like
That was good.
4 a.m. and I was like,
He's just like rubbing on my back, and I'm just like, oh, what are you doing?
I wake up and I'm like, oh, I just it's okay.
Oh, he was trying to help.
No, it was bad.
He's
was a zombie.
conditioned to hold the hair.
It's like whenever the cat throws up and I hear him throwing up, I'm already like walking. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah. But Rajroha, you are correct. Dameron was the one who was on RRR.
Yeah.
And he has been, I
Prepping
think
for the
us
wedding.
four.
That is where he got his second nickname, Dave.
Dave. Yeah.
Hi, I'm
We
Dave.
call him, hi, I'm Dave. I love that show.
Yeah.
It's really good. Weird sometimes,
It's okay.
but it's really good. But yeah, I think we are streaming this on YouTube and Twitch, but just letting you guys know we're only paying attention to Twitch chat. So if you ask questions, we will try to get to it.
And if you're curious, we could easily read both chats at the same time, but we're trying to push you guys over to Twitch. We would like it if you came and joined us on Twitch. It would be nice for all of us.
Yes, it would be.
Indeed.
It would be
Twitch
so
is
nice.
the only chat we can see. We appreciate you guys on YouTube, but please come to Twitch.
Yeah.
I'd like to say something else about Marketa at this wedding.
What?
She had a really good line dance. She wore
Oh.
cowgirl boots and said, and I quote, "It feels like I'm culturally appropriating America."
You are, probably, but like, you look white, so nobody's gonna question you. But
Until
like,
they talk to her and they're like, "Oh my god, where are you from?" Which is weird because I know you have an accent. I just sincerely don't hear it.
Yeah, I think it's just.
I'm just
You
used to
guys
it.
are just blind to it at this point.
Yeah, I think it's just your part of your voice now. But it's like, oh, okay, yeah, there's something different there. But oh. I love it. No, I I was up in the mountains too. I went to see my previous job colleagues,
Former
former colleagues.
Former colleagues.
It was really fun to see them and kind of sad to hear all the bullshit that is still going through. And I'm like, I am in my head like, I'm so glad I'm
Can
not
we say
there
his
anymore.
name? Not his last name, but I love his first name.
Yeah. Cade, he's my
Cade.
friend. He was my work husband, and he was a lot of fun. I mean, he married his partner, and they're super sweet. Oh my god, they're both super sweet couple, and their house is amazing. And I was super excited to see them. It was exciting to just be like, we can still be good friends, even though we
Yeah.
don't work anymore together. Like, we would genuinely became friends. It's like,
I like
appreciate
that
this.
his name sounds like he's a Batman villain or something.
Yeah, Cade.
Cade. If his last name was something hardcore like Cade Legacy or like Cade Scorpio, he'd be like,
Oh my god, Cade Scorpio.
"What's your name?" "Cade Scorpio."
Cade
Like,
Scorpio.
oh fuck, you're an absolute villain. Let's go.
That's
Cade.
hilarious. It's so funny because like you'll see him coming. He was like, oh, like he means business. Then he started talking. I was like, oh, you're a super nice guy. This is not what I expected you to say at all. But like, no, he's super sweet. So I was excited to go to a wedding.
Nice.
But yeah, it was
Did
fun.
you get drunk?
Not as much, just because like I don't know. I was with my previous colleagues, and it's like I don't, and it's the family that I don't know.
But they're
It's like
friends.
they're friends.
Did you dance like Elaine?
No,
Oh.
I didn't. No, I have a reputation about dancing, so I don't do that
What's your
anymore.
reputation?
So like my previous company, the first holiday party I went to, I went with Rana, and we were dancing, and nobody knew me at that time. I didn't know anybody, and all I heard from previous like, oh, you were the girl who was dancing at the CSU at the party. It's like, oh, who are you?
You're the dancing girl.
And who's talking about me dancing to this? Like ever since then, I was like, oh yeah, you were dancing. I was like, was nobody else dancing? Like everybody else was dancing. But yeah,
And then in the second year, I was invited to her Christmas party.
Yeah.
People thought we were a couple.
yes, that was hilarious.
You guys are so brave.
Yes, it's
So brave.
That was so funny. It's like seriously. I think the mom of somebody's
It was
kid-
an aunt. I remember because you told me.
she was an older grandma. Like she came up and she started talking to Ketty and me about how her niece came up to her, and we were like just listening to it, right? And then she was like, "Well, you guys are obviously together, so can I get you guys like intake?" It was like me and both looked at. I was like, "Oh no, we're not together, but we can tell you what
You
we
know
think
what's funny?
about
You guys
this."
were probably like, "Oh, we're partners."
Yeah.
in the business. And I didn't hear that. They were just like, "Oh, you guys are partners."
I just said we are friends.
This is my partner.
It's like, but it's just
Business partner. Sorry.
But there's so many gay couples and like lesbian couples. Like there's so many LGBTQ couples that they just assume like two girls came together. They
more like
together.
LGBT cute.
Sure.
Yep.
Sure. Oh my god, there is a character in The Outsider called Johnny Cade.
Johnny Cade.
Nice.
If you
Oh
guys
God.
see Johnny Cade, you tell him he owes me money.
Marketa's America cosplay.
Also,
America.
I love the username Angtifa.
And
Thank you so
Angtifa.
much. I am obsessed.
Beautiful.
Angtifa. Oh my god.
So, thank you guys, by the way, for being here
Yes.
kind of off schedule because this is an unusual time for Subtrika Ghost Club. Just a reminder that we are on every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So next week it's going to be at 10 a.m. The reason it's at 3 today is because of Andor.
3
Andor kind of
episodes.
came with 3 episodes today, so we had to watch that.
Had to be ready.
Yeah, they watched all 3 of them, and
They were
yeah,
super good.
yeah.
They were really good.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Do I need to watch
Nope.
everything?
Nope.
Okay. I could just watch it.
Yep.
But I
Yeah.
heard you guys watched
Well,
Rogue One.
Yeah, did you watch Rogue One?
I did watch Rogue One.
You don't
It's a
have
prequel
to
to
watch
Rogue
it
One.
because it's a...
It's a prequel to it, so I don't have to watch shit.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just watch it.
Okay.
It's
Never gonna
really
happen,
good.
but okay.
I really liked it. But anyway, usually 10 a.m. every Wednesday here on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube, come to Twitch. We are watching the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
And at the end of every month, we do voice calls on our Discord. So you can actually join the podcast by joining our Discord and then going into the voice chat and waiting for us to pick up your call.
Oh, yeah.
It is possible.
Last month went really well, so we do try to do this end of every month. So this is gonna be a second time doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to implement a secret giveaway in one of you guys' voice calls.
Yeah.
That
I don't know. I
is a
think
good
that'd be
idea.
cool.
It's like you got that caller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you guys manage to be, but the thing is that we pick them out, so I guess we could pick. So maybe if we'll just have to have it like we're gonna pick always from the bottom of the queue to the top of the queue, and we won't tell them the number until like I don't know, like right before they call.
Sure, Chris can
And-
keep control of that.
What? I'm not even on the podcast all the time.
You came up with this convoluted system, so we'll be tracking it.
Now. I was just reminded by Raj Rohit that I should also do one more plug. Tomorrow, me and Navi will be doing our first episode of One Piece read-along series.
Read along.
If
Read
you
along.
like One Piece, you should join us.
Yes. Again, manga read along. We are now
Read along,
watching it.
not the reaction to
Yes,
the anime.
but-
It'd be
We're
weird
doing
too.
the manga.
But it is One
The
Piece.
manga.
I'm excited.
Reading the mind.
I'm excited. This combines 2 things that I love, anime and manga. So it's like, all right, and we are reading along with it. So let's do this.
Yeah.
Corduroy Crook. I love that. I love that.
Corduroy
So-
Crook got them pants.
Nice.
Let's get to our main topic, which
Yeah.
is high school.
Woo! Did you go?
I did.
Did you enjoy?
I loved high school actually,
Yeah, I actually had a lot of fun too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
and I'm proud to say I did not peak in high school, even though I loved it.
Yeah. My high school was
Oh, wow.
okay.
I
think
guess other people should say that about me.
I peaked at a lot.
you did. Are you still peaking?
If she lets me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I should have known. As soon as I asked that, I should have known where this was going. Chris, this is why you got roasted. This is why. Like, this is exactly why it was
Did
coming.
it to yourself.
God, I have to like
Well,
come out of it.
Oh, that's actually a good question. So, well, yeah.
Yeah, so like in India, we don't have high school. It's just like straight up high school. So it's 9th grade to 12th.
Yeah.
So
so how
yeah,
old are you?
I don't know. I don't
12th
know how-
grade, you're technically 18, so 12 minus, so take 8, 3, 15.
15.
From about 14 to 18. Is about the
Yeah.
gap.
Same.
Yeah. Does Czech has like middle school, high school kind of system divided out that way?
Yeah, I would say so. We have like the primary is like the 1st through 5th.
Mm-hmm.
I would say middle school is like the 6th through 9th,
Gotcha.
and high school 10th through 14.
Interesting. Yeah, I went to a couple schools, like
Yeah.
few of schools in India, but like all of them had like grade from nursery to 1st grade to like 12th in one
We call
building.
that K through 12.
Yeah, like everything in one. There wasn't like, oh, you know, middle school, elementary, or whatever. You're just in next grade, and then you see the same people
Oh my god.
every
Is
day.
it just 12? Because is high school only 2 years?
No.
No,
high school's
4 years.
But in India, From Raj Rohit?
Secondary, but it's not
Higher secondary.
Yeah, than higher secondary. But and the school that I went to was like same building. We didn't go to another. Like it wasn't like I went to from middle
smallish.
school to yeah.
Okay.
Well, how many people were in your graduating class?
I never graduated. Oh, from here.
How many people would have been in your graduating class in India?
Pause.
I don't
Just Navi, tell us about your like high school. Like where was it? Like which grades? Where did you actually graduate?
My high school experience was very different. I think we can get more into detail of it. I moved to States in technically my freshman year. So I moved here in high school.
Okay.
So I didn't do high school in India, but I was in 8th grade in India. I never did freshman year, so I went straight to sophomore year, which is 10th grade here.
Okay, man.
Just because like education in India is so much ahead than compared to where America is.
Yeah, I can hear her.
So yeah, so like just based on it, and I think I had to repeat a class when I was in India because I didn't know the language, so it kind of worked out. Like I would have been in sophomore when I came here anyway. It was fine. My high school was fine. I think I was trying to just like figure out a system because it's such a different school system.
Can you tell us which high school it was?
Franklin Central High School.
Franklin.
Yeah, we were Flashes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what the mascot was. Like Flash.
Like a lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Seriously.
Did you have were there any like other brown kids in your class?
Yeah. I stuck with brown kids.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think there were like there was like 2 cliques of brown people. So I was
What was
stuck.
the difference?
One clique was way too loud and actually, I guess, been there for a really long time.
So everybody upstairs?
Like the second gen?
Second gen, yeah, they were second gen, or they've been in India for a really long time, so they've been gone to middle school, so they were like more for, in brown people level, they were more popular, while I was just here at the bottom trying to still
You're
be
king
fob.
with the other fobs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I used to go in English second language class, or English as new language, I don't know what they were called. So I was with those brown people, with the fobby ones.
Nice.
But it was fine. I think I was just trying to like get through it. I know there were a few instances that happened. I was like, okay, I don't like high school anymore. But it was weird. I didn't peak in high school. I'm glad. Like completely different person.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you, Chris?
So for me, high school, I moved to Indianapolis and I was in 5th grade. So I did junior high. This is complicated. All right. So in Gary, the school I went to was elementary school, but it was 1st through 5th. And so I had a graduation, like a little like, oh, congratulations, you're moving on to the next level.
Yeah.
But then for 5th grade, we moved down here.
Yeah.
And elementary school ends at 6th grade here.
Oh.
So I was like back in elementary school, and I was like, well, all right, that fucking blows. And then I had another graduation, and then I got to go to junior high, but our junior high was only 7th and 8th and 9th.
That's weird.
So middle school?
So middle school for me was 7, 8, and 9.
Oh.
High school was 10, 11, 12.
That's weird.
But after I left 9th grade, which is once again another weird thing, they built a 9th grade center outside of my high school.
Okay.
So on the west side now, if you go to school, it's junior high is 7 and 8th.
Yeah.
9th grade is in a 9th grade center by itself. And then you go to high school.
What?
It's right
Why?
outside of the high school. So you're next to the high schoolers, you're just not a part of them.
You
Why?
are pre-high school.
Are
Why?
they just trying to like weed people out? I was like, all right, whoever survives from the center can go for
I think it was
Squid Game.
Yeah, it's good game, essentially.
I have to imagine it was a space thing. Like we needed more space, so they probably didn't have enough space for 9th graders in the high school. Because also our high school, I think, had like 4,000 people in it. And so they were like, we have to build a 9th grade center because also there's too many people in the elementary school. But like when you were in 9th grade, you played football in high school. Or like you were in marching band in high school. So you still got to do all that high school shit. You were just in a different building. It was fucking weird.
That's so weird. But interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Kitty? How's
Well-
yours?
It was like an entrance exam. They were like, you're stupid. You can't do it.
But wasn't it because of... Well, but
You
why
got
did they
it,
think you were
nice.
stupid?
Huh?
Why did they think you were stupid?
Well, they thought I was stupid because my brother had really bad grades, and they were like, okay,
Oh,
so
they
it's
just
in the
associated
family.
that you gonna be
Yeah.
it runs in a family. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah,
Hold on, time out. Something. We're getting F's.
Oh,
Oh no, is it
back
down?
to YouTube we go. Oh no.
No, we're back.
Chris?
Oh, sorry.
I
was trying to go back to check on Twitch for you. Was doing it for you.
Whatever.
To see if we were still up and running.
You was on TikTok.
It went straight. This was my phone open
He just immediately like it's down. We can be on our phone.
I was trying to see if there was something so I could.
Anyway, sorry about the outage, guys. We have continuous issues with internet. We're not gonna get into it, but
we're battling between
wild.
2 companies now to get good internet.
It's wild.
You would think people would run business, but they don't.
Anyway, moving back, I got to a really good high school. It was small, but it was really, like, education-wise, it was really good. And because it was very small, my class was, there were 2, in my grade, there were 2 different classes, each of, like, 30 kids. So in my grade, we're a total of, like, 60 kids. But we were divided in 2 different rooms. So
you knew everybody.
I got to make a lot of friends, and because, there was only 60 people, it was very easy to, like, know everyone.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
So your graduation took what, an hour?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
There were 200 kids in marching band with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like 300 people graduating. We were in convention center.
We had 1,200.
Oh, no.
Got 12.
1,200, and I was smack in the middle. I was like,
Oh, God.
knocked out.
That's horrible.
But our school, like, the facility was actually really big, and it was hosting other schools, like, PA classes.
Okay.
Because we had, like, we had like a big gym, and we had this big, like, outdoor stadium thing.
Oh, where was it at?
In Prostějov, in Czech Republic.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, but it was really fun. Like, my best friends are my friends from high school to this day. Like, one of them visited me this year. We went on a trip around America. It was great. So yeah, I had good experience with high school, and I feel like a lot of, like, the movies and TV shows, it's just a lot of high school drama that I actually never got to. Well, I got to experience some drama, but I never got to, like, experience, like, the fucking Mean Girls type of shit and the 10 Reasons Why I Hate You type of shit.
I had, like, mix of both kinds of drama. Ben Davis is a school that, now you guys don't know the high school I went to, West Side shit, is a school that has a lot of hood elements, but also a lot of, like, rich, affluent, like, white kid elements, too.
Okay.
So in 9th grade, which is when I would have been, like, in 9th grade, I was going to the high school to go to, like, football games and shit. We played our rival school, Warren Central. So this is, like, West Side versus East Side. Like, literally as far west as you can get, as far as east as you can get. There's always going to be a fight. Someone would always shoot in the parking lot. Like,
what?
This is just a given. Like, it's just going to happen.
You guys in high school.
It's just gonna happen.
That makes no sense.
So, like, just got used to that. But, I mean, I also had just been living in Gary, like, years prior to that, where like shootings is an occurrence. I'm just like, that's just a thing that happens. Like, and then when we like, I got into a fight at a football game and, like, got arrested and shit. So I mean, like, I was plenty of drama. Oh
wow. So you did have Euphoria like situation.
Yeah, except for it wasn't all like fucking sexy and cool and shit.
You were in a band.
I was in marching band. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't sexy and cool. I wasn't in a band. I was in marching band.
Oh my god.
And the fight that I did get into, I was kind of the new kid, and this other new kid, he, like, became my friend after this. But, like, all of my friends were from Hallville, which is, like, the hood on the west side. And I had beef with some kids there. And, like, we were at this game, and, like, so I wasn't hanging out with any of them because, like, all my friends were from Hallville, and they also, people that like me from there, and all sticking together. So I was, like, doing my thing, like, hanging out with my other friends and being, like, low-key. And then somebody was like, hey, man, they're here at the game, and they're looking for you. And I was like, oh, shit. It was a homecoming game, so, like, everybody was there. And it was raining, so everyone's under the. For you? That's like that's a whole story on its own. It's a story for a different time. I did nothing.
You were under the bleachers.
They literally beat one of my friends until he shit his pants. I did nothing.
What?
Anyway, so they're looking for me, and I'm like, all right, cool, but it's raining, right? Yeah. So everyone's under the bleachers waiting for the rain to stop because it's a homecoming game, so we have to finish this game. Yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna go up on the bleachers where it's raining at, and I was like, worst case scenario, I'll get wet. Yeah. No one's gonna. I mean, okay, it's trouble lightning. I was like, whatever. No one's gonna know. And I, like, start walking up the stairs. Yeah. And I get, like, halfway up, and I hear, did I motherfucking go? And I was like, fuck. Because, like, I was above the whole crowd.
Oh, my God.
So it's, like, very honest. And I was like, shit, I thought I could do it low-key. Anyway, these guys come running up the stairs, but it's raining. And there's, like, 3 of them, and they're all, like, drunk. And, like, I just like punch each of them once, and they like start falling. And
You
I'm
had
trying
the
to.
higher ground.
I had the high ground. I'm trying to like get out of there, and then some fucking kid tackles me, and I get kicked a bit and like stomped, and then like the police come and just arrested me and the other kid. Like, you guys were fighting. And I was like, bro, defended myself against 4 fucking people. Like, how am I getting arrested?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then what? They just let you go? And
Oh yeah, I went to juvie. I stayed there until like 4 a.m. My mom had to come and pick me up. This is before cell phones and shit. So she was like, she had to come to the game to pick me up, and all my friends were like, Chris got arrested. She's like, this motherfucker.
That's insane.
That was wild.
That's hilarious. That
kind of drama. Not any of the sex stuff was there, but I wasn't involved in the sex stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you weren't.
Of course.
I had a girlfriend for all of high school.
You had a girl from the whole high school?
Yeah, it was. I wilded out in college. I figured it out.
It makes sense.
Oh God. Okay. Well, before we start talking about some TV shows and movies that are not on the channel, I did want to pimp out our reactions that we have on the channel now that are relevant to like the high school experience.
Yes.
Somebody in the chat mentioned Euphoria. We actually have Euphoria reactions available on our Patreon. They are not on YouTube yet. We're waiting until season 3 comes out to start releasing those, which is going to be a while. So if you do want to see our reactions to Euphoria, you should join our Patreon.
So good. So good.
Other than that, we do have an entire series reaction to Scam available on our Patreon, on our YouTube. So go check that out. We also have Buffy reactions that are ongoing.
Also high school.
Yeah.
That's so
Lelouch, high school. All anime is high school. Let's be real.
All anime is high school. I
love it.
I started listing all the anime, like My Hero Academia, Haikyuu, Code Geass, and then I was like, I'm gonna stop right here. Because they're all
the high school. Even technically Naruto is in high school.
Yeah, they're just going into high school.
They're high school age, but not necessarily. I don't think I had like a real hard time categorizing like what actually is like a high school TV show.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
People think I'm a fucking Chad. What kind of drama were you guys in high school? There had to be some kind of drama.
Oh.
You had to kiss somebody's boyfriend. You had to...
No.
You got into no drama at all? In a school of 60?
Dude.
Y'all have to all know each other. There's drama inherent.
Pretty sure. Go for it.
Can't get away from this.
Okay, well, okay. This is a bit of a Euphoria drama, I would say.
Yeah?
Just to be clear, Euphoria is on Patreon.
Yes.
So
whole season 1. All of it.
Anyway.
What's your Euphoria drama?
So there was this guy in my class that had a crush on me, and I did not have a crush on him, but like we were friends. Yeah. We were actually really good friends, and I was completely oblivious to the fact that he was into me.
Yeah.
In like a other than friendly way, and I was a late bloomer. I just didn't get it.
We were like, there's no way.
It wasn't like Cheshkochka, Lashka.
Oh God!
Like this one time, he was like walking me home, and he like tried to kiss me, and I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Like I was like, oh no.
But then what?
What's happening? And so I like didn't let him kiss me, and then it was the weekend, and I didn't see anybody over the weekend, and then like when I went back to school on Monday, we had like a route to walk to school. I was walking to school.
Yeah.
It was like 30 minutes. And so, like, I would go to my neighbor, and then me and my neighbor would walk together, pick up our other friend, and then we would, like, go to our other friend.
Anime
it was
style.
like a group of 5 in the end, 5 people walking to school together. And, like, nobody was waiting, nobody was there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, this is weird. And then, like, I got to school by myself, and, like, nobody was talking to me. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I went home.
You didn't confront anybody during the school?
I was just like, okay, nobody wants to talk to me. That's cool. Like, I was just like, kind of like trying to figure out by myself what's happening.
What's happening.
And then I went to the chat room because we had this like, I don't know, this chat rooms online, and one of them was like in my town.
Yeah.
So I'm just like hanging out in the chat room, and I can see them, but I like you could always be anonymous, but just by creating a different name.
Yeah.
Like you create a name before you enter chat room.
Yeah.
Like you don't even do a login.
So you're like, totally not Marketa.
Yeah. Definitely not Marketa. Going to the chat room, and I'm just like watching the chat go by as I'm like doing homework. And then I like see those fuckers like talk about me.
What?
Like in a public fucking chat room. And I'm like, and I like learned that they thought that like I kissed him and shit like that. And I'm just like, what? And I was like 16 at the time, by the way.
So wait, you kissed him and he didn't want it, I guess, and that was bad?
Yeah, like I did not kiss him.
Yeah.
He tried to kiss me and I was like, no.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then apparently he told all my friends that like I'm playing with his feelings and I kissed him and now I'm like having cold shoulder. And I'm like, I didn't do any of this. And I got really mad that my friends would believe him.
Yeah.
And not like ask me.
Yeah.
And also didn't understand why that even if what I did was actually true, if like what they believed was true.
Yeah.
Then why is it really that wrong that you don't talk to me? You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and then you try Chris, and then maybe he's not into it, and they should come talk to you, be like, oh my god, I'm sorry your heart got broken.
And I was just so fucking confused by just like my friends suddenly not talking to me at all. And I was like, bet I'm not gonna talk to you neither. And I just developed friendship with somebody else.
But you guys figured it out, some of those friends. Because you're still friends with some of those friends.
Yeah, I'm still friends with them, but like it's kind of like it still like saddens me that like we never talked about it.
Oh, it never came up?
No.
So we just eventually started talking and then like just put it.
To be fair though, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
16 years
I know, but like I still wish somebody could tell me like, yeah, that was stupid. I'm sorry we did that.
Yeah.
You know what? Bet I'm gonna learn enough Czech that they all know English.
Fuck it.
I'm shit talking. I've met them all. They all know so much English. But I'll confront them.
That's hilarious.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so that was, I don't know. I just felt like a little ostracized and alone.
Oh.
So close to Austria, being ostracized.
Oh my god, Chris. That's so funny. That's so sad. But like, did you guys make it out like in like soon, like a week or two, or did it take a really long time?
No, it took like a year.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I just literally just developed a friendship with somebody else, and I was like, cool. Because like I don't care. And then suddenly they like started talking to me, and I'm gonna keep you at arm's length.
Yeah.
And then eventually we just like became friends again, just organically.
That's so sad and funny at the same time. Oh my god.
Yeah, but unfortunately, because I was alone, I started dating this guy I shouldn't be dating. So that was a problem.
Well, makes sense. Makes sense. That is better than euphoria drama.
I should have actually, been with the guy who tried to kiss me. Probably.
Yeah.
It probably would have been a better choice than the guy I ended up with.
What happened to that guy? Do you still like? I don't know. Look him up on Facebook. The guy who tried to kiss you, and you were like, "I'm not into you."
Yeah, I actually.
He's got a family of 4. I guarantee.
He just finally got married to somebody, and
Okay.
I think they have a child on the way.
Okay.
Is he still off in the Big P?
I know he had like big P. Yes.
What? What do you mean? Big
ProShov.
My town.
Next time when we're in ProShov, we're gonna bump into him. Look, I've been to ProShov. There's like 50 people there max.
Really?
No,
that's insane.
It's not that small, but it is the kind of place that like we're the only people in our age range around. Like when we're out, so like I mean we're gonna see this guy.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
I'm trying to think of all the different like TV dramas that I've seen, and like there's a lot of like girls gets rumored out of existence. So I guess that happened to me.
I think that's the only major thing. Probably like I don't remember a lot that happened in high school with me. I wasn't involved in a lot of dramas just because I was trying to just like I don't know, trying to go through AP classes and just trying to get through my shit. But I do remember like me and my sister, we were really close with these 2 other Indian girls because they lived in the same community. Like our families kind of knew the family. That's why we moved there. So we were like really good friends. All I remember is by end of the year, something happened that we just stopped talking. Like all 3 years we were fine. And they live in still the same community and I haven't like seen them. One of them got married, has a kid. We were not invited.
Damn.
Like my parents were invited, but we weren't invited. Like I had still to this date, I don't know what happened. And I don't, I'm not trying to think about it. I was like, I genuinely don't know what happened. I think like just, something rumor started or I don't know, too cool for them.
You should ask them and they'll probably just be like, you know what you did. Damn.
I don't care. Like it's just one of those things like if you're going to stop talking now, like I don't think you're worth it. Like if it was worth it, one of us would have said something by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, my high school wasn't like, I think I was very open. I remember when I started sophomore year, my high school, my mom like literally sat me down and was like, you only go to school to study. And my head was like, what else I was going to go to school for?
What else is there to do? I didn't think about anything until you said it.
Exactly. I was like, I wasn't thinking about anything. Like, what is that possibility? Like, oh, what is there more to studying? Like, is there something else?
Unlocked.
Like, unlocked. Seriously. And then, like, I was just so focused on that. And then, like, when we got to college, I moved. I was like, everything is open. Let's get into
business.
everything. But
I want to
yeah.
ask something. The chat wants to know who's the nerdiest teen. I think we would all be on par with each other. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I know I got into shenanigans, but I was also like in marching band and in like other bands, and I was like, "We're in a band and we play music. Come listen to my band."
I was like at the library. If there was not in the class, like I was at a library reading manga and just there.
I don't know if that's nerdy. That sounds sad. You gotta
Probably. I mean, I had a few friends, but that was probably fine. They couldn't give a shit. I don't know. High school was weird. I'm not a big fan of it.
Nerds.
Yeah. I don't know. I would like to repeat my high school just because I'm a very different person now than I was then. Like, I don't know who I was back then.
I had a dream about high school last night, and like I have this semi weird reoccurring marching band dream where like the marching band's like, hey, we're getting the alumni together, and like I just never know the music when I get there. Like I always show up unprepared, and I think it's because the last year, my senior year in marching band, like I do not recall it. Like, I know the names of the songs we played year 1 and year 2.
That's it.
And year 3, I can't fucking know. I just don't know. Because I was, like, checked out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was, like, getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
And, like, I had this fucking, like girlfriend drama and all this shit. I had jobs after work, you know what I mean? Like, so marching band became such a small part of my life that, like, I know that I did it.
Yeah.
I don't remember it. It like freaks me out to this day. Like I just
That's so funny.
It feels like it didn't happen, and it was such a big part of my life leading up to that.
Yeah.
For that to become like dwarf, it's weird, but you know we're all adults and we changed.
Yeah.
That's crazy. There's a lot of good chat happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of personal exchanges here.
I love it. I love it.
I don't know if I would qualify as a nerdy kid in high school.
No.
I think I got really nerdy when I went to Brno to my university, because I got like really into just being there and like having good grades.
Gotcha.
But I didn't really care about high school grades or just I don't know.
No.
What were Czech nerds like? Are they different than American nerds? It's the same shit. Anime,
I guess the
Gundams.
connotation is just like somebody who has really good grades and reads a lot of books.
Yeah, I think the connotation now is different than like being an anime. But yeah, I was super into like reading because I was told that if I don't have really good GPA, I won't get into any colleges. And then I got into colleges and my GPA flunked immediately. I was like, nobody gives a shit after this.
Oh, I was convinced I was gonna do music. I was like if you looked at my grades, it'd be like music. Like all my electives were music or like art, and they were all great. And my English class did really well because of like creative writing and reading and shit. But then like my math, shit, science I was pretty good at, all math, and it was just like my teachers would be like, you know, music is a lot like math, right? And I'm like, listen here.
Is it?
If you can divide by 2, you can do music. That's really the biggest you really need to get into.
Yeah, you don't need to do calculus.
Right? I was like, we're doing algebra. I'm never playing music and then suddenly I have to figure out the quadratic equation on my fucking baritone. So I don't know if it's the same.
So this one time, I just remembered this. It's so funny. We had like the big exam at like the end of every semester from each subject that we were in. It was just like the final.
Your owls.
And the one I took a class called Descriptive Geometry because I really love geometry. Geometry. And that one was like really just like getting into it, and like I had a different assignment every day, and I just loved going home and like working on it. Yeah. And then it got like, then math got involved, and I was like, fuck, why do I have to count here? Yeah. I just draw. And it got like really complicated and convoluted real quick, right before like the end of the semester. And I'm like, I don't understand shit. And the same friend that started spreading the rumor, like at that point we were already friends again. And
after a year.
Yeah. And I asked her for help because she's like a math prodigy. She like got masters in mathematics.
She did?
Yeah.
Huh. I know her.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have guessed.
She's programming now. That's her
job.
Wow. But anyway, I asked her for help, and she like explained everything to me, and I just like kept asking questions because I wasn't sure, and then I finally got it, and I got an A, but because of all the questions I was asking her and she kept re-explaining it to me, she got confused and she got like a C. And it was like the first and the only C she ever got in math.
Yeah.
And I think that was another reason why she was like really angry at me for the second time.
That makes sense.
You know what?
That's hilarious.
Maybe you deserve this.
Oh my god. The one good thing about high school was like when we moved here, I remember in India, like we will go, like you will have exams, right? And then you won't, like you will get a test, but they will invite parents. So parents will come in
and watch you take a test.
No, after a test, like after they graded it, there will be like result day, and then they will put it on the board who was the first, second, and third in that classroom. And I was always competing with this other guy who was like first and second. We'll like keep going back and forth, but it was always and like they had no idea what grade I was getting. Like I was getting good grades. Like I was actually really close to like top GPA, but it was just one of those things like I don't have to come home and show you guys that I got like a B.
We're back out.
No.
Back. That was very quick. But yeah, like I was just reading Serenities. Like I had to bring home A's and B's. If I don't, I would get beaten. No F's in this house. My mom would say, yeah. If I had F, I think I would have been more hard on myself than bring it home. I would have never got it home. But there was a couple of times I got B and was like, oh my god, hopefully nobody sends letters at home that my parents could see. Yeah.
Actually, you get a 21st century scholarship in Indiana.
Yeah.
To start off with, F. My first semester as a high school kid got an F and lost it. You wanna know what I got an F in?
What?
Radio communication.
How did you get F? Did you not show up?
No, I fell asleep a bunch and really just wasn't good at it. Me and Jody had this class.
Oh,
That's how me and Jody started doing music together. I like fell asleep and woke up, and he was like, "When you wake up, if you wanna," he's like, "I got 2 turntables if you wanna come over later." And I was like, "All right, bet."
I didn't even know he made music.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So no, I just flunked out.
Oh my god.
It was hard though. Like they wanted us to talk a certain way. Like, we had to present, like we were on the radio, and we had to talk this way and this way and that way. But like, fuck that. Like,
but it helped you now.
No, it didn't, because I talk now like I used to talk then. Like I still can say with. Like I had this whole entire thing with the teacher. He was like, "It's with. You must say with. Who are you coming with?" And I was like, "Who are you coming with?" Like I just said it how I wanted to say it. Like I said it with my regular ass normal black person talking shit, and it was not good enough. And I was like, I listen to the radio. I know how people sound on the radio. I'm sorry. Like I also like, I don't know. Just let me fucking live. Damn.
Oh my god.
Well, I had a class that I almost failed that was also very like similar to this.
Yeah.
Where I just had to like pronounce something really well, and I just like. First of all, I thought my pronunciation was like pretty good already, so I didn't really put much effort into my recording. And when I submitted my recording, I could listen to everybody else's recording because it was submitted in the same folder.
Yeah.
And I like listened to like few, and I was like, I got this, is fine, because everybody has like really strong accents.
Yeah.
And the teacher gave me F, and everybody else passed, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she was like, you didn't try enough. And I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, you got everything almost perfect, and then there were like 3 words that you mispronounced.
Yeah. But
because everything else was great, I know you can do it, and you just didn't even look up the pronunciation. I'm like,
damn.
Wow.
But then don't give
seriously,
F. Like,
seriously. But no, it was one of those where you either get an F or P.
You pass or fail.
Pass or fail.
Still.
So I had to I was the only person who had to record my fucking phonology thing twice.
Was it English?
Yeah, it was like the British English. Like I had to read like a paragraph in like the fucking Queen English bullshit.
Oh my god.
Before we move on to the part where we talk about the TV shows.
Yeah.
2 things. One, who just mentioned that? Someone mentioned it.
What? Serenity?
Sage. DP. Very Sage.
The pervy sage.
The pervy sage. Oh, I was like, God. I was like, DP. It's like DP every sage? All right. The pervy sage. If you want, I'll post that. Just send me a message on Instagram, and I'll give you the link to it. But they did want to know if any of us got detention, and I am curious about that before we move on.
I never got detention.
No.
People didn't know who I was to get detention.
Damn.
I just went in and... Dude, I just wanted to get through high school and then go home and do homework, and that's it.
In high school... I got a lot of trouble in junior high school, but I stopped that in high school. In high school, I got in trouble for having too baggy of pants, and so they'd zip tie your pants. If your shirt was too long, they'd tuck your shirt in and zip tie that. So I got in trouble for that a lot. These were, I don't know if you're noticing the punishments that they were doling out, but they were for baggy pants and long shirts, which only affects a small community of people that go to this school. I also got detention for having a freestyle battle in the hallway, which was a pretty cool detention to get in. And that's it. I did a lot of shit. I just didn't get caught doing it.
Can I tell you a very funny thing?
Yeah.
When we moved here, my mom went shopping and got shirts for KV, and we didn't know like anything, and one of the shirts was Corona.
Yeah.
Like the beer. More. And then like I think dad had to say something, and I was like, oh, why do they have kids shirt that says Corona on it?
That's kind of funny though.
That's hilarious.
This kid likes Corona so much.
I know. I was like, why that wasn't a thing? Like, why are they making that?
There
But
are
yeah.
so many like shirt designs that are just so terrible.
Yeah.
But in Czech, and people like don't understand what it says.
Yeah.
They just rock it, and it's just like, come on.
Do you not know what this means?
Girls couldn't
hilarious.
wear like spaghetti straps at school, or the first time I heard the word muffin top was also like at school. Like, if your muffin top showing, we're gonna put in one of the school shirts on you that'll cover all that up, and it's like, yes, man.
That was a whole thing, like a lace cami. I think they're much bigger now with like what clothing you can wear, because like when I was going to high school, there wasn't a lot of that mentioned at all. But like when I graduated, a lot, it's like, okay, you can wear this.
There's a lot of sex happening at our school, and we even had a daycare there, not just for the people's kids at school, but we also have vocational schools where you can learn how to be in a daycare managing person with the kids that were already here.
Oh my God.
But like your shirt right now,
Yeah.
50-50. Some teacher might get really weird about that.
I
Weird to
think
the
depends
point where
on
you're
the
like,
teacher.
why are you being so weird about
Yeah.
this? Being like, listen, young lady, I don't know what's going on at home, but you can't wear that here. And it's like, is this shit turning you on, old man? It's fucking weird, bro.
What is going on
Literally,
home?
only in America, because this happened to me only in America. I was 25, and my fucking professor's like, and if any of the girls are wearing sandals today, this is the last time you're allowed to wear sandals. I'm like, okay.
Can't see your feet. If I can see your feet,
fucking weird.
you already know.
That was like
in
my
Texas
first.
too?
That was, yeah, in Texas. That was my
man,
first. It was like the intro class, and then he's just like, I will not tolerate, and then he's just like listing shit, and I'm like, I'm sitting there in a tank top, and he's like,
Cleavage.
I don't want to see shoulders or cleavage, and I'm like,
So he's pointing at you, essentially.
no,
It's like,
no, there was like a lot of girls that were just
Texas
like,
fucking hot. Like, the
I'm
shoulders
like,
thing is weird.
excuse me. And then he just keeps going down, and I'm just, it's like, wear like loose clothing around your waist area, and I'm like,
That-
like, my like tiniest jeans possible, just like just in there, and I'm like, all right.
God, that's horrible.
And then it's like the feet thing, and I'm like,
That shit is
God.
sus.
very sus.
So
So
sus.
sus.
Very sus.
And like because I get it, like teenagers will try to get away with some shit. Teenagers will definitely try to wear some shit. So you definitely have to have those boundaries. But like once it's like the spaghetti strap thing, I always found this to be so weird. Like tank tops is cool. Spaghetti straps? No.
Once you're more than 18, like, whatever. Like, you have a high school, right? Then you college.
Yeah.
And, like, in college, like, everybody was just wore whatever because, like, I'm just glad you made it to class.
Glad you showed up.
Like, I'm glad you showed up. Like, I don't care if you're in a PJs, like, whatever. I'm glad you're just here. Like, in college, like, nobody said anything. I loved my college. And, like, absolutely do not
You went to
remember high
literally the
school.
sluttiest school in the whole entire
So
state.
good.
Possibly in the Eastern Territory.
Yeah, like when I was getting into it, everybody was telling me, even some people were telling my parents like it's a party school, and I was like, I don't care, mom. I don't party. And like, yay, the college.
I know y'all had to be going hard because I was going hard at secondary school. Like,
Dude.
I went to state, so obviously, yeah, you
It
have
changed who I was as a person, like in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Like,
same here. I found out a lot about myself in college, which I
Yeah.
think is one of the reasons to go. And I was like, it was one of the reasons why me and my God, this is shitty. Don't judge me. My fiance at the time.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we started breaking up because like I had so much. I got to be the person in college I never was in high school, and I was like super outgoing, and I made friends so easy.
Yeah.
And I had all these friends that were girls and guys and shit. And when she'd come visit, people would just be like, "Oh, hey, Chris." And she'd be like, "Who's that bitch?" Or like, "Oh, Chris, last weekend was crazy." Like, what the fuck did you do last weekend? And just like kept being on me like that. I'm like, I'm just being myself, and like I really can't like not be
Yeah.
me. Like
Yeah.
I can't just, I have to have fun. And, like, I'm out here and outgoing and shit, and, like, you don't trust me. And, like, what's fucking on you? Like, I mean, I'm sorry, we're not in high school anymore.
Yeah.
Like, shit went down in high school. We're fucking adults now. Like, I'm out here. Like, I live 70 miles away. Like, fucking clowning. I'm having a good time. Call me in the middle of the night and think I'm going to take a break out of this frat party to talk to you.
Oh my God.
We talked before this. I'm sorry you can't sleep. I need some space.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then also, my buddy Jody, he was like, at the time, he was telling me, he was like, Chris, because he had got out of a long relationship. He was like, yeah, man, I'm doing all these things and all this stuff, and this is how it is up in Purdue. And I was like, why? That shit's real.
Oh my God.
People do that.
So,
Everything is real in college. Everything.
Is there a high school movie about high school that like you grew up with? Like you were actually in high school when it came out and remember it like affecting you in any way?
I was really there for American Pie.
Oh yeah.
And I know,
American
I was
Pie.
to say the same thing.
Yeah, American Pie.
it really
Yeah.
shaped the culture. There's not like, I kind of missed out on any like black college experiences. So like when I watched a lot of Drumline, really wishing that like, because Drumline's also like literally like black folks in marching band, and I was like, well, it's what I always wanted, but never really got around to it. But yeah, so American Pie was probably, especially here in the Midwest, I think like the closest approximation to like, oh, this is what college is gonna be like. Even though it was high school, it's like, this is what college is gonna be like, and like Allison Hannigan stuck a flute in her pussy, and like I'll never forget being like, wow, I can't wait to go to college.
Somebody mentioned, I think it was Serenity or Q. It's like, oh, girls wearing those, pants that said baby on their butts.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
juicy.
oh, juicy.
Juicy couture.
It was just one of those things. Like it was so odd to me, and it was like, I don't know what you don't want us to do, but what we are gonna be looking at your butt because it says juicy literally on your butt, or you just like Victoria's Secret and like you're showing half of your tongue. I never understood that part where you showing your whole tongue. Like it's like what is happening?
You know
here?
why?
Yeah, but at
It's
the same
just
time, it's
that,
like
Low-rise jeans were the curse of my high school years.
I hate low-rise jeans.
The last pair I saw was on we were friends. She came to get a job at the fireworks shop I was working at, and I can literally tell that her parents were so low she had to shave her pubes. And I was like, you can't wear those like at the job.
But they made those.
They did. I was like, I can literally tell you shaved your pubes in order to put these pants on. It's wild.
Some of the zippers were like this long.
Like how would they go? I guess that was like a have a butt. Like you don't have to have a butt for that. I guess.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's just insane.
But yeah, so I think TV shows wise, like, so I missed out on like higher learning. Well, no. There's a Spike Lee movie. Damn, I can't even think of it. No, it was about college. I saw that one, but it was a lot of like HBCUs. Like if one of my friends who went there, we haven't talked in a while. We tried to link up in Atlanta, but it was hard. But like he's made songs for Chris Brown and shit.
Oh,
like
wow.
other people went on to do theater and shit. And like I just
wow.
like I know that wasn't the case for everybody, but like going to like an art school for high school, also surrounded by like black kids, like that'd have been my fucking dream, and like I missed out on. There wasn't gonna be a way it could have happened. I didn't even know I was into music really
until you came here.
Until I came here, like it kind of like awoken that in me, but I feel like it still would happen. So I missed that.
School Days?
Yeah, School Days. That's the one. Like my mom used to watch all the time or watch the movie. So like the shows that I would have watched that would have depicted like that high school or college experience were always like Close But No Cigar, because Ben Davis, while it was a whole bunch of white kids, was also a whole bunch of black kids too, and not just like hood black kids, it was like affluent black kids and like hood black kids and all this and that. And we never like, so there's nothing that really depicts like this perfect mix of high school.
Yeah.
Except for Euphoria is doing a good job of the mix of it without all that extra drama shit. But that's what you Zoomers are going through. I don't know about that. But like it's close to almost having that mix. But like
I don't know.
And our high school was like not super segregated, but segregated enough in a way that
racially segregated?
Racially, yeah. So like everybody mixed. And everybody hung out, but there was still all the crews and the crowds, right?
Yeah.
Like if you got your football and you got your marching band, but there'd always be like you go hang out with all the like Latino kids, and just like kick it with them, or you'd be like, oh, these are all the white kids from Avon, which is like the richer area, or like, oh, those are all the Hallville kids over there. But then all of those people still would be like, oh, they still are interspersed in like the football or band or basketball or all that. And there was this one year, it's my last year, where this chick wrote a fucking essay about Mexicans in the school paper. She did not need to do this, and the editor could have done something about it, but it was like a letter to editor. And I kid you not, motherfuckers were like, race war, race war, race war. And I was like, well, hold on. What's happening? Like, literally, they had to call an assembly to be like, we heard about the thing that was written, and it seems like there's maybe some racial tension. And it's like, well,
what was the intention of the letter to editor?
I don't remember. She was
just saying this too many?
Was it anonymous?
No. Hold on. Also, everybody, like, she was out of school. Like, this was her last thing. She, like, literally wrote this shit, and they were like, you're gonna have to go to a different school. Like, you are not safe here.
Oh, wow.
And I remember, like, but once again, like, you could bring guns to this school. You could do it easily. You could bring knives into the school. You could do it easily. So it's one of those schools where it's like, hey, yeah, sure, we have the first largest marching band.
Yeah.
We won number 3 in marching band of the country, but also, like, some people got guns in school. And, like, there was never a shooting and shit like that, but it was always, like, it's one of those things. So it was a weird mix. Weird fucking mix.
That is weird mix. Oh my God, that's weird. Yeah, I think beside American Pie, I remember prominently Naruto was on at that time. That would be, like, one show that I would go home and, like, watch it. With my brother and sister, so it was like that. I think that was like a main show that was running. That and mangas, I read way too many of them.
Yeah,
sadly, not sad. Actually, no, I loved it.
I think. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of, like, I have seen American Pie when I was in, like, high school. And I was just like, what the fuck is America doing?
Everybody wants to have sex so bad.
Yeah. As I said, I was a late bloomer. I wasn't really into it. And and I was just like, why is everybody so horny?
So that was the one thing. It's like everybody, like, see, when my mom sat down and talked to me, like, I had no idea what she meant. So, like, when going to school, and then there was, like, a sex ed class and all that, and I was like, what?
Oh, so you finally got sex ed in high school?
In high school.
Oh my God. Did you die? You were like...
Dude, India made Kama Sutra, but nobody talked about it until, like, I didn't know about this shit in high school. And I'm like, wait, people are having sex before they're married? What is this? And then obviously none of that meant anything when we went to college. But
well, you didn't talk
still.
to people in school that were like, I am definitely having sex.
No, because I was hanging out with other brown kids who were also told not to.
My introduction into junior, I am this dude's kid's godfather.
Oh my God.
I heard about his shenanigans. They're like, I heard such and such fingers, such and such behind one. I was like,
God.
y'all wilding out like that. And like, I met this dude and I was like, bro, I heard. And he's like, nah, man, it wasn't like that. We were like friends to this day. I am his kid's godfather. We are like, this is one of my fucking aces. And I'm just like, he was doing like the most sex. Like, and I was just like, man, what the fuck? That's why you got a kid now.
I'm pretty sure, like, in my high school, there was, like, sex happening, but I don't think it was that prominent or was not a problem. Now there is. Like, now I hear stories about all the bullshit that's happening in the school. But, like, I think at that point either wasn't that prominent because it was really, I don't know, you don't hear about Franklin Central that much. Like, it's just, like, common
it's kinda
school.
out there, too.
Yeah,
but, like, the closer
there.
you get into the city,
Yeah, exactly. So it just, I don't know. Even if people were having sex, I wouldn't have known shit about
people
it.
People talked. And, like, it wasn't one of those things people were ashamed of either. Even the girls. Like, you would just be like, yeah, whatever. Or like, yeah, I did that. Like, oh, yeah. Like, you're like, oh, last night, like, I was sucking my boyfriend's dick and shit. It was just out there and just being like, if you weren't having sex in my high school, I feel bad for you.
Really?
Because, like, I had a full-time girlfriend, so I was having sex. But, like, everybody else was just being like, just knowing that it was around so much, if you weren't doing it, it shit was probably driving you up a wall.
Interesting.
So,
fair.
I want to do a quick exercise.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's a lot of movies that are like classics that are like in high school.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we've seen them or not, and I want to see if maybe these are reaction worthy.
Okay.
So, and you guys also tell us in the comments as I go through these movies. First of all, you guys tell me if you've seen it or not, and you guys tell me if we should react to it.
Cool.
Starting with Clueless.
I haven't seen it.
No?
I have not.
Yes?
Yeah.
No. All right, so
it's good.
Is it good?
It has a very young Paul Rudd in it.
Who?
Ooh, I love Paul Rudd.
Oh,
he's
great.
He's
still
always
young.
young.
Right?
Yeah, he's never aged.
10 Things I Hate About You.
Seen
it. I love it.
I have not seen it.
Oh.
It's a good one. Heath Ledger. That's one with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a retelling of Shakespeare's Taming the Shrew.
Clueless is yes reaction. Got it. It would be good to know.
The Breakfast Club.
I've seen it.
Seen it.
It's great.
Oh.
Yes,
great.
it's good. Knock your dick in the dirt. Like, what kind of principal talks to a kid like that?
Yeah, when I watched it, it was like, so many references. It's like, this is
like,
where
you
all
watch
it
it,
comes
you
from.
were like, I get it.
Yeah, I get it now. It's the same thing. Like, I was watching another movie. What movie I was watching? It's like, all these references that I had no idea comes from this. But yeah. Kenny's actually taking notes. So tell us we were taking notes.
The Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I read the book.
That's the one with Hermione in it.
Yeah.
I remember it being indie good. I don't know if it's reaction good.
I heard it's indie good. The book was great. And that was one of the movies that I wanted to watch, but there was no streaming service at that point. But now it's on Netflix.
I think I just torrented it.
Oh yeah, that was a thing then back
I
then
have
too.
not seen it, and I'm actually really interested in it.
Okay, we'll watch it.
It's good.
Mean Girls.
Yes.
Obviously.
So good. On Wednesdays we wear pink. We almost decided to wear pink all the time, but then we realized we don't own anything pink.
Y'all have to buy 7 different pink outfits so that way every 7
don't
weeks
have
you can
anything
rotate.
Pink. I was like, okay, I guess not.
Superbad.
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
It's
What?
good.
Hey, Superbad is
good.
Yeah, all right. Superbad, I think that's a good representation too.
Yeah.
Because those guys, they're nerds.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're but they're not like
They're
nerds.
hilarious.
They're like regular dudes. You know what I mean? They're like, you'll watch Superbad and be like, I can imagine everyone upstairs being in high school like that.
Yeah. Superbad's great.
Dazed and Confused.
Yes. We couldn't get through that movie because you didn't like it so much you wouldn't watch the rest of it.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, you tried to watch it?
Really?
She did. She just doesn't remember it until I remind her about the plot point.
Because she was dazed and confused?
Yeah, that's why. It's a movie from the 70s. It's got Ben Affleck in it and...
no, I haven't seen this.
What's his name? Regardless, the kids are all... So it's the last day of school and the upperclassmen are bullying the young kids by paddling them. And that's how the movie starts, is that they're chasing down these kids and hitting them with paddles. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, you literally couldn't... I was like, you gotta watch it though. Trust me, it's a good movie.
Oh my God.
Because... it really nails that after high school vibe when you're just like,
okay,
fuck, what am I gonna do with my life? Like that's
funny.
All right. Well, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You haven't
I haven't seen it. No.
I have seen it. It's pretty funny.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole movie's shot in Chicago, and you could tell.
I think it's another movie that I keep hearing references on.
Yeah. If you saw it, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
This is a newer one and my favorite, Booksmart. Have you seen it?
No.
Booksmart was a good one.
Booksmart's a good one.
It's the male version of, or the female version of Superbad, essentially.
Juno?
Yep.
I watched half of it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't
The White
finish
Truth's in it.
Huh?
The White Truth.
I know. I only watched half. I don't know what happened. I don't remember when I watched.
And Dead Poets Society.
Yes, it's a great movie.
I have not seen
It's
Actually,
so good.
haven't seen
I know,
Dead
I
Poets
wanna-
Society.
Let's
okay.
watch that because it's been a minute since I watched it. It's really, really, really
Alright,
good.
I'm gonna put this one.
You didn't like Juno? Okay. I mean,
Whoa.
maybe
Very
that's
much.
why I stopped watching it.
I thought Juno was dope. It also was kind of the beginning of the
Juno's great.
mainstream indie movies, like
Yeah.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist and these other kind of indie bops that also kind of go mainstream.
That for Society, there's Family Guy did reference to it.
My Captain, My Captain.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stands up on the desk. I still don't know what the fucking movie's about.
it's so good. It's about that for Society. Yeah,
Robin
Yeah.
Williams, right?
yeah, he's great. He's great.
I got a lot of good responses to Superbad and Dead Poets Society.
Yeah.
Is
So-
21 Jump Street
Yeah.
high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
one.
Might be
Oh,
New Age
Jump
High School,
Street.
though. I think it's a little past my time. Which is
I
funny
mean,
because in the movie they
technically-
reference that. a lot.
Yeah, they go to high school, but I guess it's high school.
Cool.
Nice.
Damn, they shot Juno in 15 days. That's awesome.
What?
Yeah. Juno's one of those.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of those indie movies where it's it's I don't know. Nothing happens. It's a good story.
It's
that
about
they
girl
tell.
getting pregnant.
Yeah.
And then
But she's not the kind of girl you think that would get pregnant. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the things where it's
And she had sex once with her boyfriend and immediately got pregnant.
that's
and
the
her boyfriend's
worst.
Michael Cera.
Oh, of course.
And it's got that. It's a super dope indie vibe.
Dude,
I
I
really like it.
started watching This Is the End. I haven't finished it. And have you seen it?
Yes.
The
Oh, yeah.
Michael Cera.
He's just
I love it. With all the coke and just blowing at people's faces. I was like, this is.
I like the
what is
idea that
happening?
Michael Cera's terrible at parties. He's a super Hollywood asshole douchebag. I really love that idea.
It's like, has anybody seen my phone? I was like, well,
Mindy
this is
Kaling's there,
embarrassing.
and she's just like, when I see Michael Cera, I'm gonna jerk his dick off. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? That movie's fucking hilarious, man.
And they're like, Michael Cera died? Well, that's something good. I was like, what? Michael Cera. He's hilarious. I love Michael Cera. But yeah, no, that was a random conversation. But
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I'm at the end of the list.
Oh, sweet. There
But
are a
you
lot of high
mentioned
school...
Degrassi.
Degrassi is a show.
Oh, my bad. You didn't do shows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
looking at-
seen... I keep hearing... That's where
I have
Drake
not
is
seen
in.
Drake in it.
Degrassi.
Yeah.
Fucking wheelchair Drake.
Yeah,
Well-
that's what I keep hearing.
Out of the shows, Scam and Euphoria are on the channel. Navi hasn't seen Scam.
I haven't seen Scam.
So good.
But I heard
Prime.
it's on Netflix now? Amazon or
it's
something.
one of them.
Somebody
it's on one of the
was
streaming
on
was
platforms.
talking in a group chat. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Riverdale is
I only watched a couple episodes of Riverdale.
not for me.
I'm gonna do Sabrina over Riverdale, and I don't really like Sabrina, so that
Yeah?
tells you everything you need to know.
The new version of Sabrina?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think the first season of Sabrina was good. Second was like, yeah.
13 Reasons Why.
Only watched one episode together.
Pretty Little Liars.
Loved that show until it kept going.
Oh my god, same.
Yeah, that's like every time they would go out for Halloween, like, why are you still
When-
partying at Halloween?
When did you stop? I'm curious.
I stopped when Mona came back.
Yes.
Um,
And did you see when they were like there were like multiple people with the fucking A hoodie in like a kid's
ish,
playground?
yeah.
That's when I was like, okay. I'm done.
like around that time I was like, no. And because they're like still in high school and they like I think it was like 5 years. I was like, why are you still in high school?
Yeah.
And everything happened on Halloween. Why are you still going celebrating Halloween? I love
Yeah.
the outfits. It was beautiful. But yeah.
Yeah, Freaks and Geeks. I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Yes.
good.
Really?
Freaks and Geeks
Every
is
single
good.
Judd Apatow movie
Yeah.
you like because of Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks
Facts.
is really, really good. If you guys haven't seen it, it's so good.
Yeah, it also got canceled after like the first season. It's one of those things like where you watch and you're like, this shit is good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
It's good because who's in it? They're really big people.
Everybody
Everybody's-
that's in This Is the End.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally everyone that's in. James
Yeah.
Franco, Seth Rogen,
Rogen,
Linda
yeah.
Cardellini.
So good. They're all
What's up, boy?
young.
Marshall from the big guy.
Marshall from
From
How I
How I
Met
Met
Your
Your Mother. Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he was in the
from
This Is the
Forgetting
End
Sarah
too.
Marshall.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Segel.
Jason
Segel.
Segel.
Like the whole entire crew and that whole entire show. It's
So good.
a
I
good show.
love Jason Segel.
Yeah. I
The
think the
mom
other
is the
one
mom
you
from Girls. It's good.
the other one you had Gilmore Girls. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilmore
love
Girls is like a slice of life.
Yeah.
Like a very long slice of life.
See, I've seen way more TV shows than movies.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I've seen
I
all
have a
those.
hot take about school shows about high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes 10 times more sense, I think, to make a show about your freshman year in college.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
One, if I'm a high schooler, I can look forward to that and still be able to see myself in it. Two, we can do all the sex, drugs, and rock and roll and like kind of get away with it.
Yeah. Because you know like
Why is Euphoria?
yeah.
Why is Euphoria?
I think the only reason.
Same thing, like if you didn't call you, be perfect fine. Like Pretty Little Liars, first episode.
Yeah.
Spoilers, you're not gonna watch it. It's like this girl hooks up with this guy at a party, and then
On
comes to
Halloween.
find out, no, like
Oh.
maybe Halloween or something. Comes to find out that that chick is high school, and the guy is a
He's
teacher.
a teacher, yeah.
And nobody questions it. It was like, wait a minute, she is minor. And he's like so much adult, and you know, like it's been glamorized. It's
Guess
like, but
what?
to college, it would have
Yeah.
been fine.
Move her up by 2 or 3 years, exact same shit, and we can get into like why that's fucked up. That's what I'm saying. It's like
Yeah.
freshman year of college. Plus, here's the other thing: is that everybody has to have a reason for one. Everyone can live somewhere cool, and if it's like, oh, they're living somewhere too cool, parents pay for it. If they're living somewhere kind of shitty, oh, that's interesting because now this person has to get a job, and like you can work
Yeah.
all of that shit into it. You can have all of the drama and all of the fun. And be able to do all of the nudity and shit without making people feel weird, and be able to do all the smoking and all of that. And guess what? High school kids, I think, will still watch it. Because
Why?
they'll be like, oh, when I'm in college, I don't live like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's just like the one step up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why do we? Why are there more shows about high school, knowing that the shit they get into it just gets into gray area?
If you can grab, well, because high schoolers either A, want to do it or are doing it. And if you can grab somebody in high school to like a thing, they will like it forever. The music you
Gotcha.
loved in high school is still the music that you probably rock with today.
Interesting. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, Magician. I
The Magician's
read
also
it.
fun.
I don't think I ever watched it. Magician. What are you doing? Ninja
What they do
sign?
in the Magicians. Some of them
This
do
is
the
why I
magic
hated
where
it.
they do a
I
thing.
think they were like combining Harry Potter and Narnia, and it's like I don't know, pick a lane,
Penny was dope.
pick a lane,
Cold water.
pick a lane.
That's a fun show to watch,
God.
though.
I did not like
We got one more season.
Really?
I think so.
I thought
yeah.
it ended.
It came out in 2020, and we were just like so 2020 days that we never really got around to it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can't. There's just so much around high school. But yeah.
Maya?
Yeah.
I think we are about to call it quits.
We are about to call it quits, and I just realized that next week is the last week of the month.
Yes.
Which traditionally is the time when we do the voice chat.
Voice chat.
So excited
So
for it.
one more time, the instructions are as follows. Go to our Discord.
Yeah.
Go to our voice chats.
Yeah.
Get in the queue.
Mm-hmm.
The voice chat is called the queue. And then we will pull your username into our actual call, and then you'll be able to talk to us.
Well, until Spencer gets down here,
That's the instructions.
Yes.
I can tell you guys why I got her into that fight that I got into.
Yeah.
The fight that I got into that got me arrested.
Yeah.
9th grade.
Yeah.
6th grade, I had a friend named B.
Sixth grade?
I'm not going to say his whole name. Yeah,
Okay.
he had just moved to town, and I just moved to town. We became friends. We hung out and became friends all through high school. He was dating one of the most popular girls who happened to live in our neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
And she was dating him, and they were dating each other, and they lost their virginity to each other. It was this big thing, and everybody knew about it. And then she broke up with him and started dating this Hallville dude, right? And my buddy was like, yo, what the fuck, right?
What the fuck indeed?
And Hallville dude was like, oh, my bad, other way around. When they first met, she had just broke up with Hallville dude. Hallville dude was really mad about it. So one day we're all playing basketball, right? And we're on the court, and these 3 dudes get out of a van. One of them's wearing football pads. He just got off of football practice. They run over, and they're like, heard you was dating my girl. Blam, hit my buddy, and just start fucking stomping him. And I'm right there, and I freak the fuck out and dip.
You did? I thought you got into the fight.
Dip.
Oh my god.
It was my first reaction. It was overwhelming force. They got out with an intimidation tactic that I was not ready for. I ran to go get my family, like my cousin and shit. We're gonna come back. I was going to go get force.
Yeah.
And I fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. One of my
You
weakest
were gonna go
moments.
get forced. Like, no man, I'm out.
One of my weakest forces. By the time
Oh
I came
my
back, the
God.
fight was done. They fucked my man up so bad he shit himself, and it was rough.
Oh my
and I couldn't live it
God.
down. I went over to his house the next day, and they were all like, "Hey, like you fucked up big." And I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, bro, I'm gonna make this shit up too. I was like, yo, when we see him, we wrote like diss rap songs and shit. I was like, we see this kid, we're gonna fuck him up, right? Doesn't happen. My friend moves away. Those kids end up, we're in like gym class together, and they're talking shit to me, and they're like, yeah, you was a little bitch, you ran, we were gonna fuck you up that day too. And I was like, whatever, man, like I'll have to see y'all outside of school. And then one night they come over to my neighborhood, they beat up a bunch of other kids in front of my house, they punched a girl in the stomach, and they're all in my house now, and they're taking refuge. And I was like, man, it's coming. Anyway, that's why the fight happened, because they finally caught me by myself. But I redeemed myself by fucking his ass up and down them stairs. And that was it.
Sorry, I was trying to put a link in, but mine didn't keep deleting. But apparently, I have to be mod to be adding in there. But
I was in 6th grade. I'm sorry.
That's
sorry
it.
I bailed. My bad. I was in 7th grade. I'm sorry I bailed.
no, I guess that makes sense.
It was, bro.
God.
They came out of the car with a high schooler. They had on football pads and shit. I was like, oh, we should probably. I don't know. Like, I dipped so fast, man.
I feel like I did more shit when I was in India, like younger. I remember there was this one chick who's bullied.
Interesting.
She would like take I messaged Spencer, like she would like parents would give us money to buy like a lunch or whatever, and she would always take that from us. And I told my
She was
mom
just taking your lunch
she would
money?
just take our lunch money, and I had just moved to India into that class. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Like I've never had a bully before, so I told my mom. And mom was like, why don't you like talk to other girls and see if they also feel the same way, and then kind of recruit them. So that's what I did.
Your
like,
mom told you to start a gang?
Yeah, literally. So like I talked to somebody else. She was like, "Oh, we feel the same way." So like we started like getting them on one side until she was by herself, and then she couldn't bully us anymore. And
Honey,
like,
did you try starting a gang about it? You're like, I don't know, Mom.
I don't know, Mom. Like I yeah, but yeah, it's hilarious. Never had a bully before, but she was like a weirdest bully, and then she was by herself, and then she became our friend. So all the girls were friends then, but like she was low at totem pole, and she wouldn't talk much. It's like, yeah,
Well,
I know she is.
good shit.
What
Well,
were you
I'm
trying
going to
to
press
put?
the buttons, because I can do it. So you guys
Oh,
get ready to
go for
say
it.
bye.
Yay! Are we gonna rate it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you guys want to rate?
Sure, that's our thing. I don't know how to do it, but you
All right, I'm going to press
should.
the goodbye button now.
Okay.
All right, bye
All right,
guys.
bye. Thank
Stick
you for
around
joining.
the raid.
Yes.
Tell the normies send their regards.
Yes.
Get ready, cause it's about time for you to speak your mind. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club. Super Secret Girls Club.